Just explain to me, maybe I'm the one being a bit stupid here, but what do you do with illegal immigrants? If you don't give them amnesty to stay, surely you want them to leave. I mean, there's no middle ground, is there? You either allow illegal immigrants to stay in the country or you tell them to leave. What is the other? Is there a third option I'm not seeing here?
Well, first of all, many of the people that are currently here illegally actually came in legally and are now overstayers. But I'd also say to you, with the greatest of respect, this morning, whilst the Windrush scandal is still unfolding, we need to have those people central in our vision. I really think it's a mistake to sort of put them to one side in this way.
Right, I get all that, and I completely concur that the Windrush people have to be treated as a priority. What I'm trying to get my head round is, you know, you're the Shadow Home Secretary, you might be Home Secretary within a year, we don't know. So your view on this is very, very important. And what I can't work out is what your view is as to what we should do with illegal immigrants. Are you suggesting, from what you last said to me, that if they have come in legally and overstayed their welcome, would you want to see people in that category given an amnesty and allowed to stay if their paperwork was properly sorted?
What I'm saying to you is that the Immigration and National Department is not fit for purpose. That is why many of these issues have arisen. I don't blame the staff, but it is a department that needs, I think, reviewing, reorganising, and the right level of support.
Diane,
that's what I'm looking
with
at.
Respect, but Diane, with respect, that's not an answer to my question. I don't think it's unreasonable to ask the Shadow Home Secretary, in light of this massive scandal, what Labour's policy on illegal immigrants is. Do you think that they should be removed from the country, or should they be allowed to stay here? It's not a difficult question.
We are, yes, but what I can say to you is we are working on our immigration policy, obviously, post-Brexit. Everyone's got to consider the immigration policy, but the main plank of what we want to do is to have a much fairer system, fair rules and reasonable management of migration.
Right. So I'm just going to ask one more time, because I still don't get what your idea of a fair system is. Should illegal immigrants be allowed to stay in the country, or should they all be removed?
All I can say to you, peers, is that anybody watching the programme this morning will be surprised that you don't want to talk about the immediate plight of the Windrush generation.
Well, we spent the first half of the interview talking about that, and then I don't think it's unreasonable, in light of this scandal, to ask the Shadow Home Secretary what your immigration policy is in relation to the up to 1 million people that are in this country illegally. You don't want to answer for reasons that are your right, of course. But I think viewers might also be interested in what your opinion is. I am. I genuinely want to know, Dan. I'm not trying to trap you. I'm just trying to ask you a simple question. What do we do about illegal immigrants in this country? Do we let them stay? Boris Johnson suggested an amnesty. You say no amnesty. So the logical fallout from no amnesty is we get them all out of the country, isn't it? Unless I'm missing something.
The logical fallout from the state, the Immigration and Nationality Department is to try and work towards an Immigration and Nationality Department which is much more fair and much more efficient. And this is something that I'm working on the nuts and bolts of.
Right. You keep saying that, but Diane, honestly, I'm not trying to trip you up. I'm just trying to work out what Labour's view of illegal immigrants is, whether they should stay in the country or whether they should leave. I don't know why you're finding it hard to answer that question.
You've already said there should be targets.
Yes, of course there have to be targets, but for specific areas of Home Affairs work, like, for instance, deporting foreign national prisoners.
Right. OK. All right, Diane Abbott, thank you very much indeed for joining us.